Hello and welcome to a channel Muse. I'm here to bring you your focus and intention for today. All right. We have some great energies going on. We have an exciting new year coming our way. So I do want to give you guys a bonus and an extra special reading, all right, before the new year comes in. This is just an extra bonus for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and do like a lover's reading. This reading is basically for relationships, romantic relationships. Just want to see what the universe have in store for all of my viewers for the coming year 2019. Oh, we have a card that came out, so let's see what this. Oh, we have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups talks about resolution. All right, celebration. All right, there's a possibility. This is the overall energy again, and this is a lover's reading. It's regarding relationships, partnerships. All right, we're talking about resolutions, right? The Three of Cups. Three of Cups always talks about gatherings, celebration when it comes to relationships, building a foundation. Okay, so let's see what energies we have coming towards us when it comes to our relationships, what energies we will be leaving behind, the unknown energies, and the things that we need to know, we already know, or we need to know. Right, so I'm using a new deck here, and this is my Sacred Circle deck. I love this deck. It's one of my favorites. So just a moment here. Let's see what else we have. So let's see what energies we have coming towards us in our love relationships. And this is for January 2019. All right, so the Page of Wands came out, so there's some fire, there's some new energy coming through. It could be because there's a celebration, there's could have been a restart with some passion, some desire, right? For individuals that are already in a relationship, this could be a new start for you. For those who are single, this could be someone coming in that's very passionate. You know, they will be very passionate about you, passionate about celebrating, bringing the new year in with you, and possibly, you know, a complete, whole, full-blown relationship here. The energy that we're leaving behind is the Five of Swords, which is defeat, all of the fussing, all of the fighting. Okay, we're leaving that energy behind. Here underneath the background, we have the Tower energy. So looks like we've been putting in our work when it comes to relationships. The universe sent the background energy of the Tower. Now the Tower talks about forced change, right? Force changed in how we think, force changed in how we see things, force changed in our belief systems, things of that nature. The Tower is one of it's one of my favorite cards because a lot of times we get stuck in certain energies when it comes to relationships, right? We kind of get stuck. We kind of get stuck with, you know, thinking that this is who we are, we're not going to change. All of the things that we've built up over the year, we kind of get stuck, and the universe comes to say, hey, it's absolutely time for a change. Like the energy that you've stepped into, this is some new energy, this is a new frequency that you're vibrating on, and it's time for you to kind of break down those belief systems that you've had about yourself, because there's fresh and newness coming to you. This is for the new year. There's going to be some resolutions, and that's the overall general energies. And remember, you guys, we're leaving behind defeat, the Five of Swords. It's just a lot of bickering, a lot of arguing. So a lot of you guys are saying, hey, this year is my year. I'm not going to be fussing and fighting with anyone. You know, you're going to be cutting people off. You have a new way of seeing your life, your relationships. You have a new way of seeing these things. Here we have the Moon. And this is the energy that you need to know, or you already know. The Moon talks about a lot of secrets, right? The Moon talks about reflection, diving into aspects of ourselves. So you guys have been putting the work in. It's not a bad card, even though there's disillusions and secrets, you know, when it comes to the moon card. However, this is an overall beautiful reading because the tower is going to tear down all of those false beliefs, those disillusions that we have just kind of allowed ourselves to believe when it comes to love and when it comes to relationships. You guys, please remember, when it comes to relationships, the relationship is always about you, right? Seeing who you are, getting to know you. Anytime we're in a relationship, we're always getting to know ourselves better, right? We can't do this alone. That's why we're in this 3-dimension, and it's one of the hardest dimensions because we deal with the aspect of love. We deal with the aspect of kind of compromise, right? When you're dealing with relationships, there's always a compromise there. There's always trying to weigh things so that they can be even and balanced. And it's very difficult in these times that we're living in, you know, to be able to find that balance. But the universe says, I'm going to send the balance to you because I'm going to break down. I'm just going to tear down. And this is the energy that's in the background. I'm going to tear down a lot of belief systems when it comes to romantic relationships, right? We've been fed since a child, you know, our thoughts, our beliefs, someone else's systems, someone else's thoughts, you know, the religious beliefs behind marriages, the religious beliefs behind relationships, you know, all of these things are running as programs in our mind. And we have this idea of what the perfect relationship is. But the universe is saying, you know what? It's time to tear down some of these beliefs that we have when it comes to relationships, right? Because again, relationships or us relating with each other, waking up to see someone every day, dealing with someone on a day-to-day basis. And we're not talking about work relationships right now. We're talking about romantic relationships, right? We can get stuck in this energy, you know, the energy of feeling defeated, the energy of feeling like there is not a balance. There's no balance here with these swords. Okay, there's 3 against 2 here. There's no balance. So, you know, one person always come out feeling like they have been defeated. They feel, you know, things aren't fair, that things aren't even. And the universe is saying it's time here to kind of put an end to a lot of dynamics and structures that your thought process have been built around when it comes to romantic relationships, right? It's time for us to begin to create our own dynamics when it comes to relationships, right? Not necessarily be pulling from here and pulling from what we see on TV and all of the love songs and all of the, you know, fantasy and fairy tales that we see. Let's get some realism here, some reality, some 3-dimensional, you know, hard facts when it comes to relationships and living in this 3rd dimension. We're starting a new year in 2019, and there's a lot of changes that are going on. Even how people meet each other, you know, it's totally different. It's totally kind of impersonal to me because a lot of people are, you know, they're gearing to the internet, social media, and this is how they're beginning a lot of relationships with just totally untraditional, totally different from how, you know, the older generation has dealt with meeting and marrying and, you know, just coming together with someone. It's totally different. To me, it feels a bit impersonal, right? But we're moving along with the times, and we have to understand that the belief systems behind relationships, how they're built, and the dynamics when you actually get in a relationship is going to be totally different. So remember, there's fresh energy that's coming your way. The universe is bringing fresh energy, right? This could be fire signs coming into your life, and you could be leaving an air sign, right? You could be leaving an air sign, you know, where there was always conflict, always problems, you know, always, you know, an imbalance there. There's no, you know, it just wasn't fair. So you could be leaving behind an air sign, which is in an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini, and you could be coming into some fresh energy with the fire sign. This is what I see here, right? So let's pull some more cards and see what else the universe is trying to tell us when it comes to this reading. Let's see what the moon card is here, why the moon card is here as the energy that needs to be known, and let's see why the Tower card is here, right? And I believe it's just dynamics, thought processes, us kind of searching within our intuition, within ourselves, so that we can start changing and breaking down a lot of the programs that we have running when it comes to relationships. But I do see resolutions coming your way, because we have the Three of Cups. I do see celebrations. Could be some marriages coming your way. Could be a child coming into the picture. Whatever surrounding celebration. Someone could be celebrating as far as a baby shower. Fresh new starts if you already are in a relationship, or fresh starts if you are not in a relationship. You can expect possibly a fire sign coming your way, and possibly exiting a relationship, an air sign. So we have fire signs, we have the Leos, we have the Aries, and the Sagittarius. This is the fire signs, right? So possibly you guys could be, or if you're not, those of you that are already in a relationship, this could mean that a relationship is going to be rekindled, renewed, refined, right? Because both of you guys are going through some, you know, background issues when it comes to belief systems and how relationships should work out and how they should, you know, just kind of play themselves out. So let's, you know, ask the universe here, what is this moon and the Tower here in this relationship reading for January 2019, right? Let's see what's going on here. Okay, this is for the Tower and the Moon. Alright, we're going to let those fall out. They want it to fall out. It's 4 cards. Alright, so looks like we're going to be, there's going to be some balance, right? There's going to be some balance coming in when it comes to relationships. You guys are going to see some balance coming in. That's what the Moon card here reflects, a sense of balance when it comes to our relationships, when it comes to material and spiritual prosperity. So this is what's allowing that that fire to be rekindled, is because, you know, a lot of you guys have been coming into some spiritual and material prosperity, and that's from the work, you know, that's from that Tower. You were being forced to change. We have the Sun card here, right? And the Sun represents light. So here you guys have been diving into the darkness with the Moon. You guys have been reflecting. You guys have been digging deep, going into the depths of your psyches, your souls, your minds, you know, because this Tower card, when it comes, it kind of wreaks havoc. It forces you. It literally forces you to change and see things totally different. But however, when it comes to relationships, there's going to be some light shed on you. The sun right now will be shining on your relationships, because that Moon card, you guys have been doing the work. You know this. You know you've been doing work. You know you've been, you know, putting the effort in to get truth and clarity when it comes to yourself and when it comes to your relationships. Anytime I talk about relationships, trust me, I truly believe that relationships show us who we are. It reflects back to us who we are, the things that we need to change, and how we need to grow, right? And because of that hard work, you guys will be getting some fulfilled wishes. And this is the Nine of Cups. So the universe is saying, because of the hard work, those of you that have been putting in the work, those of you that have been able to change that perspective, change how you see your relationships, the dynamics of relationships, and the breakdown of them, getting rid of all of the programming, all of the illusions that surround it that makes you feel like, oh, the relationship has to be this way, and if it's not this way, it's not perfect and it's not going to work out. The universe say enough with that. We're living in a different paradigm. We're living in a new, new and fresh way of seeing our relationships and seeing ourselves. So definitely the Three of Cups again talks about celebrating. So you could be celebrating the fact that you have a new and clear perspective when it comes to your romantic relationships, your spiritual relationships, that connection that you have. Because you've been connecting with yourself, you've been diving to the depths of your soul, you've been doing some soul searching, you've been cutting through all of the uncertainty, you've been cutting through the feeling of being defeated, all of the imbalance. You've been saying, forget this, it's time for balance, I need truth. And for that, the sun is going to shine for your hard work. It's going to reveal all of this work that you've done. You will see a reward. You will reap the reward for all of that work, with this new potential coming your way. And this is involving relationships. So those of you that are single, that are not in a relationship right now, you can expect in 2019, January of 2019, or coming into this year, to meet someone, possibly a fire sign, right? You possibly could be leaving behind an air sign, talking about Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and possibly getting into a relationship with a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, right? And again, if that is not the case and you're already in a relationship, a lot of the problems that you were dealing with in 2018 coming into 2019, you guys have decided to give it a fresh start. Could because you found out some positive news. You could have found out some news. You could have changed your perspective, your beliefs, how you see the relationship, because of, could have been secrets surrounding certain things, or you've just been reflecting, right? You've just been reflecting on your relationship the past years, the past months, the past weeks, right? You could have been doing that soul searching and reflecting. And the universe is saying, because of that fresh energy that's coming through, you're going to get some sunlight, right? Some sun, right? It's going to shine down on your relationship. You're going to get some light, some truth, clarity, right, within yourself, and that inner clarity reflects outward. So it's going to cut. You're going to get the truth, right? Fresh starts, fresh energy for clarity. And the universe says you're going to get your wishes fulfilled, right? Things are going to start working out for you because you have material and spiritual prosperity coming your way. All right, so this is the relationship reading for January 2019. I do want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, I really don't do relationship readings, but I was prompted to go ahead and give this reading for all of my viewers for January 2019. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for your support, your views, and your comments. Until next time.